Welcome to the inside story on the lymphatic system. I'm here at the shoe store with my mother and my niece Yvette. It looks like Mom has made a selection.
I just love this pair, but they feel a little narrow. I guess I could wear them in the morning.
Annie, I don't get it. Why can she only wear them in the morning?
Grandma Yvonne's been on her feet all day long. Now they're swollen, so she has trouble getting them to fit into narrow shoes. By morning, the swelling will be gone, and these shoes will probably fit her better. The swelling is called edema. I'll show you some animations about it when we all get back home. Yvette, I'm glad you asked about Grandma's swollen feet when we were at the shoe store. It gives me a chance to talk with you about the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is very important for maintaining the proper distribution of fluids in my body, as well as for understanding breast cancer, which is something every woman should know about. The lymphatic system is also a vital component of biological immune defense, which Uncle Adam mentioned to you and which we can talk about some more. But let's go feet first and begin with an animation of edema and fluid distribution. Click on the picture. This is my body, and whatever else you might know about it, you should definitely know that it's mostly composed of fluids. All the cells in my body contain fluid and are surrounded in a type of extracellular fluid as well. In addition, there are approximately 6 liters of blood circulating around my cardiovascular system at any given time, some of which escapes from my blood vessels when passing through my tiny capillaries. The point here is that if all the fluid escaped from my bloodstream and from my cells, tight shoes would be the least of my problems. Fortunately, humans have a secondary circulatory system whose job is to reabsorb any escaped fluid and return it to its proper location via the blood circulation. That secondary circulation is my lymphatic system, which runs parallel to the venous system and empties into it. Let's take a look at how lymph is formed. Lymph formation occurs at the microscopic level. Here you can see a venule, a lymph capillary, a blood capillary, and an arteriole. As blood flows through the capillaries, the pressure of the fluid, called hydrostatic pressure, forces fluid out of the capillary and into the surrounding tissue. The fluid that leaks out contains oxygen and nutrients which diffuse into the tissue. The tissue contains carbon dioxide and cellular waste products which diffuse back into the bloodstream. During this process, most of the fluid is reabsorbed by the blood capillaries. The remaining fluid is reabsorbed by the lymph capillaries, or as in Grandma Yvonne's case, the capillaries do not reabsorb the lymph, and she has some swelling or edema. Because edema could be a sign of health problems with her heart and blood circulation, Grandma Yvonne saw a physician about it. But in her case, the edema was mild, and she really had nothing to worry about. But the lymphatic system can play a very worrisome role in the spread of breast cancer, something that can be very dangerous to all women. Components of the lymphatic system, known as lymph nodes, are distributed at specific locations throughout the body, such as the armpits and high in the throat. There is also extensive lymphatic circulation in every woman's breast tissue, which is important in regulating the local fluid balance, as well as in filtering out harmful substances. Unfortunately, diseases such as cancer can use the breast's lymphatic system to travel through the body. For example, if cancerous breast cells invade one of these lymphatic vessels, they inadvertently supply the cancerous cells with access to a highway along which the cells can move quickly. Once the cancer cells move to other parts of the body, the disease becomes much more uncertain and difficult to treat. Here on this mammogram, you can actually see a tumor and the lymph vessel network it's invaded. No woman is too young to know that regular breast self-examinations can help to catch tumors earlier in their growth, hopefully before they spread quickly or metastasize. detection of breast cancer is very important. One of the best methods of early detection is breast self-examination, or BSE. My friend Melissa recently visited her doctor, who showed her how to perform BSE. Approximately 1 week following the menstrual period is the best time to perform BSE each month. Start by lying down on your back with a small pillow or folded towel underneath the shoulder. Then place your hand behind your head, elevating it slightly. Next, bring your other hand up and using your fingertips, press down gently, using a massaging motion so you can feel the deep breast tissue. It's important that you cover the entire breast area. To do this effectively, it is best to use one of the 3 established techniques or patterns: the vertical strip, the circular, or the wedge. Choose whichever method is most comfortable for you. Then use the same technique each month. Each is effective in covering the entire breast area. You will soon become familiar with what is normal for you, and you will recognize a change if one occurs. In the vertical strip method, you cover the entire breast area, working from top to bottom, feeling carefully for any unusual lumps. After you've finished examining one breast, examine the other breast the same way. Compare what you have felt. If you find something unusual in one, check the other to see if you find something similar in the other. For the circular pattern, think of your breast as the face of a clock. Start at 12 o'clock, then move to 1, 2, and so forth, gradually moving inward in concentric circles until the entire breast is covered. For the wedge pattern, mentally divide your breast into 4 equal wedge-shaped parts. Examine each part completely. If you're concerned about something you felt during your examination, contact your doctor immediately. Remember, early detection of breast cancer can be crucial in saving your life.
That's pretty heavy stuff, Aunt Eve. I've been thinking that I almost wish I didn't have a lymphatic system.
I can understand your feelings, Yvette. Breast cancer can be a pretty frightening thing, but you still wouldn't want to wish away your lymphatic system because the lymphatic system includes our B and T lymphocytes, which give us our biological immunity. In people with AIDS, which is an acquired immune deficiency, the lymphatic cells don't function in our defense, and you certainly understand what that can mean. Anyway, we need our lymph nodes to constantly filter out harmful substances. You can actually feel the nodes getting swollen and tender when we're under attack, like when Uncle Adam got a bad cold last week. You can see it in this next animation. Click on the picture. Adam looked pretty much himself when he woke up, but he didn't look so great by lunchtime. By late in the day, it was Sniffle City, and by bedtime, we could actually feel lumps in his neck. Those lumps were his swollen lymph nodes. Here's an enlargement of one of those lymph nodes. The illustrators have sliced it in half so that you can get a better look. Afferent means towards. Afferent lymph vessels bring unfiltered fluids into the lymph node to be filtered. Efferent means away from. Efferent vessels carry clean fluids away from the lymph node and to the cardiovascular system, where it helps form the plasma in our blood. Overall, it works like a biological filtering system. When our bodies are invaded by foreign organisms, the painful swelling we sometimes feel in our neck, armpits, groin, or tonsils comes from the microorganisms being trapped inside collections of lymph cells or nodes. Eventually, these organisms are destroyed and eliminated by cells that line the walls of the lymph nodes. Then the swelling and pain subside. Here's Adam, looking pretty much himself again.